Hello, good morning. Finally, a morning when I could like do my normal routine, work out, about to go get coffee. Been a big morning so far. Market was still like pretty much dumping as I woke up, so I caught a little bit of an ETH short. Now I flipped long, and I think I might close it soon because it looks like we go lower, but I caught a bit of the retrace. So been a morning so far. I was like really early. It was 5-6 a.m. when I caught that, so like I didn't even put it into my Telegram group, but yeah, looking at if I should close that, going to go get coffee, and today is like, thank God, just a day that I can work. I think I'm going to film my February 2022 forecast today. I usually do it in the beginning of January, but January is really busy for me with the very beginning in London, and then the end I'll be in Mexico, so I want to make sure that I get those in, and my eyelashes look good, so I might capitalize, utilize that. Gonna go get coffee. I'm not gonna bring my camera because it's freezing outside, and I'm gonna go in this, and like I don't want any extra turbulence for my visit, but gonna dive into today like my current Venus retrograde experience. Just, I don't want to say it's not bad, it's just like this like whoa as an example of like the extremes, because my chart is extreme and the past 2 years have been extreme and this year is extreme. Have cold brew like a literal soulless Voldemort spawn in like 25-degree weather. I have calls with first like an ongoing professional client. Actually, like, she's dope, Angarod Sage. Like, she's actually phenomenal, like business bitch, like just actually like queen. And we like, yeah, I meet with her. I'm like an astrology consultant. So I have a call with her and then a call with a couple people about projects and things coming up. So going to be a bit of a busy like midday. I will probably meet a friend for coffee in the middle of the day because I kind of always do that. Like most days I hit someone up, but it's gonna be a boring day for now in the beginning part, and then I'll probably film later. It's like my favorite Lady Gaga song, maybe. I also like, I don't know, there's some other ones I like early Lady Gaga. I really like Beautiful Dirty Rich is a good one, but like that whole The Fame album is like incredible. Okay. Alrighty, so my Venus retrograde has been really intense. It's right on top of my ascendant. My ascendant is at 19 degrees of Capricorn, and let me close this for now. My ascendant is at 19 degrees of Capricorn, and Venus station retrograde, like very close to that. And Venus retrogrades are rethinking of values, and in Capricorn, that is like tangible and serious and goal-oriented. There's always a game plan, always a battle plan with Capricorn. It's ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of boundaries, restrictions, and like there's a maturity to Capricorn that's also kind of curmudgeon-y or Scrooge-like. So it's kind of this getting real with reality, coming to terms with reality around values in a particular area of our chart. With me, it's on my ascendant, which is like identity, appearance, and like for one, I've been like, I want to look more mature. Still me, and like my like emo kind of, I like to think of it as like Marilyn Monroe at Warped Tour. Like, I don't know, that's the kind of thing, or Lana Del Rey at a Sleeping with Sirens concert, like that kind of thing. I don't know, I don't think about trying to fit that, but when I want to put my style into words, that's what I would say, like Marilyn Monroe on Warped Tour, or Lana Del Rey at a Sleeping with Sirens concert, or like pierce the veil as a mermaid. I don't know, that kind of thing. So, and this is, again, Anastasia Brow is dark brown. I use brow definer sometimes. With that, I just want to be like up-leveled in the way that I demonstrate my own appearance and values. And late 2019 into most of 2020, we had that awful Jupiter-Saturn-Pluto conjunction around 20 degrees of Capricorn. So for those of us with intense Capricorn placements, we had a very visceral death, rebirth, rug pulled out from underneath you, having to start over very seriously in that area of our life. For me, it was on my ascendant, and 2020 is the year where a lot of myself fell apart. I was graduating college. I was a little confused about what I was going to do. I always had a plan. I thought I'd be like, I don't know, astrologer, and then write books about ethics and philosophy and things like that. Maybe be a professor one day, or like a Supreme Court justice, go to law school, something like that. Like I had a plan to be doing something in like an ethical realm, which is funny when people accuse me of being unethical and shit like that. I'm like, bitch, maybe not. 2020 then, catapulted me into an amount of absurdity and insanity that was unfathomable to me, but I can now see makes sense, because if you're going to put someone with a Leo stellium opposite Uranus in front of any kind of a platform, they're going to just they're going to fuck around. Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto on my ascendant 2020 was this like building of me and what I did. I mean, I didn't launch my brand. I've always been my brand, but my brand was launched into the world. I built up my astrology consultations, which gave me the capital to get into crypto, which led me to trading, which led me to get into that, which I can now see as more of my calling for what I want to do in astrology, because it's not emotional, it's not, touchy-feely, it's very binary, and now I'm putting my bronzer in my crease like I always do. And that built up, I have a membership community, I have ongoing clients, I have people I pay for content, for graphics, to manage my back end, and it led me to build a business that I wouldn't say fell apart, but severely stopped being profitable when the woke mob came for me. And I've seen this happen to bigger businesses than me, so no complaints. I mean, this is like a side thing that you can expect. And in today's world, you have to either be like woke proof or just not attract that kind of audience, in my opinion, because to this day, I mean, I just got an email from someone very angry, just like, it's insane. And those of you who stuck around and follow me can see just the insanity of how much I overshare and am transparent. I'm called a scammer. It's like another world. As I'm talking about that, I'm gonna use Kat Von D tattoo liner in black. Okay, both eyes done. Gonna clean it up with just a brush to like really sharpen, because any non-sharpness we just cannot have in this house. But anyway, my own Discord was like talking about it was just like so bad. It was just so bad. And so that's when I had to start trading crypto, was because it was like, you're not gonna be able to pay anyone who you like employ or anything unless you have money. Thank God I was good at it. Not so good to where I'm like a prodigy or anything, but thank God I was able to stay profitable. And you can say everyone's a genius in a bull market, but like I was picking like the wrong shit to actually invest in. So I was not a genius in a bull market. I was an idiot in a bull market, and I did not outperform. I mean, I guess no, I did perform. I outperformed ETH, because ETH did around 2.5x from when I started getting in, and my portfolio definitely grew from crypto. It probably did like a 4x, but I didn't like largely outperform it. You could say I didn't, pick any huge winners like Mana or Avalanche or something like that. So that kept me afloat. And throughout that time, I was, paying people to break, I was paying people beyond multiples more of what my business is bringing in. So because of that, it was months of like, oh no, we're gonna get back on track, this will work. And I don't think anyone doubted that, but I do think that it just didn't happen. It just doesn't make sense. And so I have meetings throughout this week with those members to see if it's necessary to keep this up anymore, because I can see that my passions lie in creating content. It's not in, I'm not a community manager. I'm shit at any community management. I just like investing in projects early. I like seeing those grow. I like keeping up with them. And there are a couple of those that I'm working on now that I am excited about and that feels really right. I think I brought this up before. My really, really good friend asked something. He was like, would you rather grind on an astrology business or something, or do you want to trade and be a VC? And I'm like, honestly, it feels more creative to trade and be the VC, because there's a creativity in trading and managing finance. I've called it alchemy before, alchemy, however you want to say it, and I really believe it is, and it's something that I use astrology in and really feels like a more cohesive calling, because I don't have to deal with the personal things that come with the community. If you know me and you're one of my ongoing clients for professional work, which I do take on, if you're someone who wants ongoing professional level astrology consulting, helping out with timing, etc., I do take on that kind of work, because that's the kind of business consulting that I actually enjoy. I know consultant is a bullshit term, but no, it's an astrology, ongoing astrology reading. I meet with several people weekly, help them out with their large scale businesses, and help them look at employees charts and things like that for what's coming up. It just feels very aligned to cut my losses. Like I mentioned, I have so much locked up right now. It's funny. I literally might just ask to OTC some of it, off to people who might want to buy these investments, so I can just have a little bit more room to breathe on a day-to-day basis. not be like, because with the scalping and all that, the more that the market takes out noobs and noobs stop trading, the more difficult it is to trade. If there's bad traders, it's easier to trade. If it's like only good traders remaining in a bear market because everyone else is chickened out, then it's more difficult to trade because there's less volatility, etc. Like people are trading against like adequate. So I do maintain that for like day-to-day expenses and income, and I have a quota, but the way that you scale is not through 15-minute scalping. Like that's like pussy shit. Like you need to, you know, build up that capital, but then have it in longer term investments. And so focusing on that, and like a lot of the people that I admire in business, I might find them annoying. Like I don't necessarily like them for like watching them, but the way that Gary Vee has structured his business, I really, really admire him. And I know whatever names I say, people are gonna come in the comments and be like, but they did this. Probably not, and also like just shut the fuck up. With people I do admire, like Gary Vee's one, they're not selling like small scale memberships that are taking up more of their time than they really want to. Like they're just going for the big guns. And I think my big gun will be like my podcast and focusing more on like life and overall advice. And I know it's a difficult adjustment because TikTok engagement for that kind of content is a little bit lower. I still get that engagement and we're changing over time, but I have to create my own algorithm basically, because there's finance and then there's like astrology, and they're two different sides of TikTok. So me growing is going to grow that algorithm, and I accept that because that's what I love to do. Like it feels very it just feels very good. It feels there's nothing like the income that comes from timing a short. Like there's just nothing. Like you work directly for that. So that's the kind of Venus retrograde that I realize is it's gonna be hard, especially because when you're like, people in my comments are like, you're getting scammed by these people. I don't think they're intentionally scamming me. I just think that they saw me blowing up and they're like, oh, we want more, we want more, we want more. And I'm like, okay, like I guess so. And then I talked to my friends about this who were in crypto and didn't really know this was what was going on. And they're like literally, it's just funny because they're like, Maren, you fucking retard. Like they're literally like, you were a fucking idiot. And I'm like, it's not so much I was an idiot once, it was like a compilation of bad micro decisions that led me to not realize that other people don't necessarily have this issue or go through this with this amount of like profit margin not making sense. But like, I think it was just a compilation of not understanding everyone on my team and how much was like being just, yeah, because again, had I reinvested my profits instead of having to pay people, I could easily have 8 figures now without trading, just like back into the projects. Like that would have been huge. So it is what it is. Everyone learns through crypto, whatever. But that's kind of what my Venus retrograde is, just growing up with my identity and my business and what I want to offer and getting my fucking shit together. If I want to end up being as good of a podcaster, if I want to fly people out like I see Lex Friedman doing, I need to fucking grow up and ask these people. Like, I'm already kind of talking to most of them as friends. Like, I can gear up and ask. I asked Gainsey, but Gainsey said he didn't want to be one of the first people, so maybe next time. But if you do have any podcast guests below, that like comment below any ideas, because I honestly like I'm a little scared to reach out. So if I have some ideas from people that you want to see, let me know. Like no bounds. People keep asking for Grimes, so I might DM her because we're mutuals on some things. And I think that we're similar, and people hate on her for similar reasons that they hate on me, which like we can counter in a way. So yeah, this is the makeup look. I need to film some TikToks outside with this. Feels nice when your hair was curled and then you brush it out like the next day and it still looks decent. I have sweatpants on because I'm cold in here, but I'm wearing the dress, like I don't know. My hair just looks good. This makeup looks good. Gonna film my February 2022 forecast and some TikToks, and yeah, call it a day. Okay, back. Took fucking forever because it's like a new place. I think that I went to get assay, which doesn't make sense because like, I don't know, I believe it didn't like, I've seen it there for a while, but they're acting like it's new. At least like they said they didn't have like the coffee. Anyway, the place was new and took like for fucking forever. So a 5-minute walk ended up being literally 45 minutes because I then got like a latte afterward. I got the spiced maple latte from 787. I highly recommend. Just like free promo for them, any of their locations. I also have a package that I don't know, like someone's name is on it. I don't know what this is. I don't even know how this opens. Interesting. Okay, it's some earrings. My dad definitely sent this to me. Okay, it's some earrings. I know it's my dad. Like, he's the one who would send me this. And then I'll text him and be like, was this you? He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. So yeah, he's the one who would send me this. There's like no one else. Very cute. He's a very cute person. Okay, this acai. Let me show you what I got. acai berry banana cauliflower base with cacao maple granola berries. I asked for banana. I think he forgot it though. That's kind of sad. And then peanut butter, obviously. I am now about to have my evening calls. I usually have my calls on Mondays in the evening because during the day I have like a couple recurring clients. So I have like a Calendly and I meet with like projects and yeah, just hear people out, especially as I'm trying to do this project myself and like make some connections that could help me. So have some Zoom calls. Actually, the first one is with the founder of DeFi Kingdoms. They're gonna like I don't know, they don't do marketing or like they didn't even have like a pre-sale or anything. It was a fair launch token, but DeFi Kingdoms is like I tweeted about it because everyone's talking about it, and like Jewel, I was like, shit, do I have to buy Jewel now? And the guy behind it like reached out and was so kind and was like, let me show you the yield farming, like let me like teach you about like Harmony, like what it's built on. And it was so nice, like so kind, so nice. He's like ex Goldman, like it was just so kind. So we're gonna like be on in like 5 minutes, and he's gonna talk to me about basically just like what's coming up with the project. Not any type of like trying to, I don't know, convince me or anything, but just be like, yo, let's like look at how we're using NFTs for lending and yield farming. Then I have one recurring client as well, and then I have a meeting as well with a potential NFT project collab. Ever since I put out that video a couple days ago going through my budget and being like, yeah, no, I don't really have sponsors or like partnerships, like I haven't really found any that aligned. So many projects actually reach out and we're like, yo, we really like you. Like we can tell that you don't do like mindless shilly promo. Like actually we'd want to have you work with us, which is how like through like good friends that are on the team Rainmaker Games reach out to me because they saw that I had been talking about Gala and like how I was looking into other games and wanted like more just awareness of PTE in the space, because I don't game, just like how I don't really care about the art in NFTs, but I see the utility behind it and I see how play to earn can allow people to get to financial freedom. Like if you look at Axie Infinity and how many people in the Philippines and Indonesia I think are the main people, like there are kids there that are able to go to college now because of playing Axie. Like that is a big deal. So the potential for play to earn for people who in the area or in the demographic that they're in just don't have access to a stable currency that can get them to places that need to be like transactional wise, like you can use crypto play to earn to like, it can be like, there are some, like you want to look at the game because there are some ways in which it can be like manipulative or like feudalism, but like Axie is like such a good example. So with like Rainmaker Games, it's just an all-in-one, you can access so many different play to earn games on their platform. It's like the portal to seeing what play to earn games you might want to do or you might want to support. They also have an ETH to BSC bridge, so their token is on multiple chains and it's easy to get across bridges from ETH, from ERC20 to Binance Smart Chain. And also the staking of their native token is really impressive. Like I automatically liked it going into it because when I was looking at the vesting, like it's long term, so it prevents like investors for myself from like getting in, getting out, and just fucking with the price. Like it's a long term, very, very like years investment, where I think like if you can aggregate all play to earn and access it on this one platform, in the backers for this, like that's kind of like when I'm looking for a project, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at vesting. I'm trying to see, okay, is this long term spread out so that people are locked in and can't dump? Or at least like if you're selling it's over a very long time, so it's not going to fuck with the price. Who are the backers? Like when I see like Alameda Research or CoinFund, like those are major names. And then just the people that got me connections into this because they're like, oh wait, Maren, like you're open to doing projects? I was like, of course I am. Like I am here as like a conduit for like people and crypto, so like I'm open to sharing like what's coming up. And I like things with utility because it's one thing to be like, token go up, buy. It's another thing when like I will never speak about a token. Like I am not going to say like it will moon, buy it. No, absolutely not. I'll say this is literally a platform you might want to look into because literally if you're looking for play to earn games, like it's going to be an aggregator and is very well backed. Okay, I am insane and I didn't think I would do this, but I knew I didn't want to cook tonight because like I said, I've literally been disgusted by my own food. I'll go tomorrow and like get groceries for the first time in a week, pretty much. But I was like, you know, what do I want? I want the same fucking Westville salad again with the quinoa artichoke veggie burger. And I have their tea as well. That's just like the best mixture of things. And I am going to have this while I watch this episode of the Joe Rogan podcast with Peter McCulloch.
But they are not necessary.
Just gonna plug it I don't want to get banned.
It's very interesting for people to say this. People wanted to put up hydroxychloroquine up on a pedestal and said,
just watch it if you're also on the same page as me with just skepticism. Just a lot of bullshit in the world right now that doesn't add up, and I don't know, it's a very good episode, so recommend that. I'm gonna have this. I'm like not tired at all because my sleep schedule is so fucked up, but it's like 10. Very tired. Was a productive day. Filmed all my February forecasts in under an hour. I've gotten so goddamn efficient at these. It used to take me like 6 hours because I'd have to take breaks. Now it's like no breaks, bitch. You film all 12 in a row, and you can tell I'm just on like straight adrenaline when I do them. So going to think about what I want to film tomorrow for a vlog. I mean, I could just take you through my day. I'm getting a facial, or like going to work out, going to get coffee with a friend, getting a facial. I think that's all I have to do tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. So think of something. I think only 2 or 3 more of these. What day is it today? Yeah, no, like 2 more that I'm filming, because I'm not filming Christmas Day. I could film Christmas Day. It's just going to be a normal day for me. But, like, I'm filming 2 days earlier, so, like, yeah, it ends up that way. Thank you all. We'll see you in the next one.